Joker's on duty. So, anyhow, again, we're going to pour some pop in here, and we're going to get started. We're not going to start off with a bit of a wrist. Atreyu, that was not nice. Could have left the fly alone. A bit of a what you call a switch fist trick illusion. So again, just straight pop today. Ooh, strawberry cherry flavor, not bad. Hey, I'm gonna put you out of here in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Again, the cat's getting out and rambunctious here, and so I'll be back in 1 minute. Leave the fly alone. Fine, I'll carry you upside down. And there we go. I love you, buddy. Okay, here, go see your mama. Leave the flies alone. So anyhow, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. And because the cat's chasing a fly and he's knocking everything over, and like usual. And so anyhow, so again, we are actually live and trying to get everything all set up here. And I got one of those dashboardy things, phone holders. So we're gonna move this that way it doesn't get knocked over. And some shows we will go on the microphone, live on the microphone, on live. And like I said too, August 3rd to the 6th is the Wyerton District Rotary Village Fair, Wyerton Village Fair, down here at Blue Water Park, and setup is be busy setting up on the 27th, and then those 2 weeks, and then August the 3rd to the 6th is the big Rotary Village Fair weekend. So that is going to be quite interesting. So I got a busy week ahead of me coming up. And so again, I'm going to try to get on live a couple times. And so anyhow, so our today's topic again. So how many people remember the old classical Disney cartoons that we grew up with? Yeah, I remember growing up with them, but I guess there's things in them that a lot of our parents did not notice until this decade, until YouTube's come out and that kind of thing. So they found a few things in them that were inappropriate. So that's why a lot of the Disney cartoons, guys, are, if you're wondering why they're all being remade and redone into real live actors and real live animals and everything else like that, they're slowly pulling the old Disney files, and they're actually going back and they're actually redoing all the cartoons over, and then all the original Disney cartoons are slowly disappearing from store shelves. That's why they've been discontinued. A lot of people couldn't understand why they were discontinued, because they were great. They were always a big seller. But I guess according to movie reviewers, they found things in them when they were first pre-recorded adults, what they call immature, a bit of a what you call more of adult humor than anything, or a lot of adult pornography humor than anything. So there was pornographic images found in these cartoons. So they look like an everyday cartoon. Like, for an example, if you were to look at like Oliver and Company, like they were saying, what you really don't know what to like to say about judging a book by its cover. You can't judge a book by its cover. Yes, it was always a great cartoon. I always loved it as a kid when it first came out. I remember when it hit theaters, I loved it. But there's things in these cartoons, guys, that or images that were found in these cartoons over the years that they have actually found that's not appropriate for children. So again, when they were pre-recorded back in the early days, the actors kind of exaggerated, and there was things that were found in these kids' cartoons that were inappropriate, that were actually meant for adult entertainment, or meant for adult humor. So, in some of there's adult content I guess smuggled into children's content. So, like I said, like they say, always never ever judge a book by its cover. But always growing up, I always loved the music end of it, guys. I always loved Billy Joel. He's a really good singer. I always loved his singing and that kind of stuff too. But a lot of these old movies are disappearing from store shelves. Like, you can get them at flea markets, yard sales for $1 here and there, or you can get them Salvation Army 50 cents a piece. I buy them up 50 cents a piece. Because I remember the old classics, they're collectors. But again, like I said, there is stuff in these guys that are they have found. Even if you go on YouTube, guys, if you go top 10 inappropriate things that were found in Disney movies, cartoon movies, they've got documentaries right on YouTube that explains what was found. And like if you look at, for an example, Cinderella, the swearing, the way it was originally recorded with the swearing, adult content with the swearing and everything else like that, there's deleted scenes. Same with the Rescuers, same with the 1001 Dalmatians, all your everyday kids cartoons when they first came out, Peter Pan. If you noticed that there was always pornographic images that were found in these cartoons that we didn't even know about as kids. We were too busy watching them. We didn't to care. We didn't know nothing about that when we were kids. But there was things in here that our parents didn't know, but they used to let us kids watch them. Like even today, there's things that have been found in these cartoons, guys, that are not suitable for children, which is actually adult content, humor, and pornographic images that are hidden inside the cartoons. Again, there's a biography on YouTube about that. What they found are top 10 inappropriate things they have found in these cartoons. Not saying they're not a bad cartoon to watch, but just be cautious on these cartoons. So if you guys want to know why Disney now is stripping them off the shelves, this is why they're being discontinued and being stripped off the shelves. But before there was a time where they went into a vault, and they went into what you call a Disney vault, and so that way they can be remade. So that's, if you're wondering why Beauty and the Beast was remade, why with everyday living actors like Emma Watson, or real life animals like Winnie the Pooh's been remade, is in theaters this year sometime. All these Walt Disney movies like Mary Poppins, everything has been reanimated. Again, they're being redone over with cleaner content. So, like I said, there is a lot history behind the old classical cartoons. So if you wanted to know all of a sudden why in this decade with the better sound technology, back then, guys, they didn't have the proper technology like we have today to do movies. So again, now because they got the better DJ sounding effects and everything else like that, they're redoing them all, and also too because of what they found in these cartoons. That's another reason why they were stripped and from store shelves, and a lot of them have disappeared over the decade. So they slowly are making a comeback, but again, these kind of cartoons, guys, are being redone over. Slowly, as in alphabetical order, Disney is actually redoing all these movies. So again, they're starting from A, and they're going all the way to Z. So they're pulling the archive files, and all these Disney cartoon classics are going to be redone in the next few years. So with real life in with with the actual real live actors, not the cartoon animated actors, without just the voices, like the actual with the actual actors itself, and with real live animals. So like with real live cats and dogs. Maybe I can audition my cat a tray for when this one comes out, to be Kitty Cat, because I can see in a couple of years, probably by 2021 or when it gets up to 22 or whatever, all these will be redone. Especially, I'm waiting for this one to be redone. I can't wait to see when they decide to pull this file for the O's, and they decide to redo Oliver and Company, but with real live animals. So, in a real life movie form, like they did Beauty and the Beast. So, like I said, so again, that is so there is some things, some documentaries do tell you true hidden facts. And they are telling you, basically, documentaries are telling you the truth, what they have found, and that kind of stuff. So this is why, too, guys, a lot of these are going to make a comeback. But again, these cartoons are always going to be classics. I don't remember growing up with them, but again, there was things found in these cartoons, guys, that were very inappropriate for children. There was little hidden. They said they found little hidden objects. They found a lot of adult hidden humor that they had to delete. Were actually deleted. That were what you call deleted scenes that are actually in the actual that the original script was exaggerated, and there was a lot of perverted language. There was a lot of actor what you call actor exaggeration. So, and there was again, there was a lot of pornographic images in these cartoons. They actually pinpoint on YouTube where they were found, and especially like everything from Aladdin to Peter Pan, Pinocchio. So they said even if you look at Pinocchio's nose very closely, you can actually see the actual what they're actually talking about with the pornographic imaging in the cartoons. So there's a lot of things a lot of people didn't notice about that. So they are making a big comeback, and they're changing everything. So recently Disney's actually making an effort to clean their work up. Where some studios wouldn't, cartoon studios wouldn't. These guys here are making a big effort to clean it all up. But again, like I said, these old classic guys, I always gonna love them. Like I said, it's like I do buy them up 50 cents a piece at Salvation Army videos, VHSs. Good collectors. But do be cautious, guys, though, too, with these cartoons and that kind of stuff, because there is stuff that have hidden stuff they have found. But again, when they published the films, there was that's what they call it, was there was extra footage added. It was because they go back to the original script on how it was filmed, and that kind of stuff as well. And so again, when they actually, I guess, puzzled it together, they actually cut out certain scenes that they really wanted to put in there, but they couldn't put in there because it was a lot of it was perverted to pornographic. So just be aware that at one time Disney got caught doing hidden inappropriate images, illustrating inappropriate images in their cartoons and that kind of stuff. Even in some of their songs, if you notice, some of their songs in the musical, when they're singing and dancing, sometimes there's inappropriate language that comes out. That is Disney for you. But again, also too, like they're good collectors. Like again, like I got a lot. I do sit back and I watch them occasionally because I remember growing up with them. As a kid, I didn't notice this until the internet generation came along. Until a friend of mine pointed this out on YouTube to me. Until he came across the YouTube videos, and he showed me them. And you got to be quiet out there. I am live. I can hear you through my door. Indians got a bunch of big loud mouths. I hate to tell you that they do. If I can hear her through a solid door, she is too loud. Um, that's that's what I said. It's the yelling and screaming I can't handle. Um, but sorry to put her on the spot like that. I don't mean to. It's just annoying. I'm in my own studio room. I've got my office room. I've got a closed door, and I can still hear it through that door, and I shouldn't be able to. Like that is very disruptive. It is annoying. Um, so especially if I'm trying to talk, it is very disrespectful and annoying because, like I said, I get no respect around here at all ever, and I'm sick of it. Um, this is a thing, but we'll get off that topic. But anyhow, this is the first time I've ever had my streams ruined like this. This is crazy. But like I said, but again, like I still push on, and that kind of thing, and I don't let that kind of thing drag me down, and I continue to get to keep these shows going as possible. But again, like I said, but again, just like guys, I just wanted to share, guys, that there's things that have been found in those cartoons that we didn't know. I didn't even know as a kid. My parents probably didn't know when we were kids, but we watched them anyways because when we were kids, we didn't notice anything like that. As what you call actually has been actually what you call has actually documentarily been proven, but again, people make mistakes. So does big time directors, and that kind of thing. And no matter if the big time actors or directors were probably having a good drinking party at that same time as they were filming or whatever, may have been the cause of it. That kind of stuff got slipped in there when they were recording. Like I said, nobody's perfect. It was they were probably having too much of a good old time at the time, and they're probably having a big drinking party at the same time as they're trying to record and illustrate. Because I know a lot of those big guys, they're hardcore partiers and that kind of thing, and then they probably didn't realize that kind of stuff got slipped into their work, and they didn't know it. They didn't realize they made a mistake until after it was published. But again, like I said, it's what they call adult humor, more of an adult humor than anything. But that's probably why it made so much money amongst the adults alone. But that was a joke. Again, I kind of threw that in a bit of humor for you. But yeah, so also too, we are going to get back into what you call. So again, October the 6th, we're gonna pre-record on YouTube. And we're gonna be more lip singing, and like I said, if you guys love that lip singing, it is we're gonna bring that back for my 38th birthday, and so we're gonna make a big party out of it, guys. We're gonna have like a big YouTube party. So again, like I said, it'll be YouTube live. Well, we're gonna try it. Well, more pre-record YouTube than anything, and. So again, lip sync. So on that thing. So again, everything is going to be done on YouTube. So for that department. So again, Facebook is going to be like kind of more talk social than anything. So again, it is going to be like our little Halloween. Also too, if I can get the supplies on time. If I can buy the supplies on time, we're gonna create something because I like making stuff. We're gonna do a Halloween, what you call it, Halloween comedy magic show. So again, there's some of the boxes. The one box is going to change color. Not change. I'm not physically. I think I'm going to repaint the color or sticker it, whatever. Kind of bring it out a bit more. So that way it is usable. Probably try to make a couple props. I don't think it's going to make a prop. So I think basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one of those game magic tricks and that kind of kit, and we're gonna bring that on, and I'm gonna buy a deck of cards. We're gonna fool around with that. Same with the bandanas. We're gonna clip them together and that kind of thing. So again, we're gonna try to do a bit of a what you call a bit of what you call a bit of comedy magic show on here for you guys. Again, the Switch wrist illusions. You're gonna see that again. Again, hopefully we're going to try for Halloween. We're going to try for it to be pre-recorded on YouTube, so that way, we can make it more interesting for you. So that way, so again, it kind of puts your mind in dispense in a different department. So again, like I said, also too, like right now we got the Rotary Village Fair coming up. Again, August the 3rd to the 6th. August the 5th, guys, is the Fireman's Dinner at the arena. I do not know how much it is. I have not gotten a bulletin. So I've seen the ads downtown and that kind of thing up in the windows. So again, I would imagine it's a reasonable price for that. Like it's not bad. It's a barbecue roast beef dinner, and so that is quite good. So again, that is what's on the agenda for that weekend. And if the weather holds out and the fish flies hold out, no matter what, with the fish flies, we can make it through the carnival. But again, like I said, if the weather actually holds out, then the night before, the last night of the fair, will be fireworks. So again, and the last night of the fair is a dream draw. So again, that is the big. The last night on the 6th is the last night of the fair is the big trophy giveaway for Hammer Slammer, and people that won their trophies and that from playing the Hammer Slammer challenge and challenging the Hammer Slammer. So again, people that played Hammer Slammer all weekend long, paid to play Hammer Slammer all weekend, could win a trophy at the last night of the fair. So that'd be pretty good because there's a lot of Hammer Slammer contests going on. So everybody's getting in on that, and so the points add up and that kind of stuff too. Wonderful. So the Sunday, which is going to be the same day as the Fireman's Dinner that night. But that day, all day, is kids zone day. That is also kids farmers market fun day Sunday, which actually the fair is falling on as well. I don't know if the market vendors are going to be there at the fair. They never are, unless they made arrangements with Mike Mason to come in for the fun day and, as scheduled. To set up in amongst the fair or the other side of the park or whatever, over by the Ball Diamond or whatever, amongst the children's playing area for they set the vendors up there or whatever, something like that because they're there every Sunday. So for the whole entire summer. Wednesday nights is the Carson's Classic Car Show, and so again, that is quite interesting activities going on in Wyerton here, and also too like I said too, like a lot of fun stuff in the summertime. More active in the summertime than it is the winter. Usually the wintertime everything dies down, but again, only thing that doesn't pick up till spring, which February 2nd, around February 2nd, which is Groundhog Day weekend. And again, there's more fun activities in the wintertime for that. But that is Groundhog Day weekend, like with the Echo Polo night and all that, and the breakfast and maple magic and all that going on in the springtime. So, but again, like I said, summer right now is we just got finished Canada. Optimist Club just finished doing Canada Day. Rotary International is doing the Rotary Village Fair. It is free admission into the park, guys. All you have to pay for is to get on the rides and your games at the fair. So anybody making their way up to Wyerton, Ontario, it is at Blue Water Park from August the 3rd to the 6th. So opening night is Friday night the 3rd, August the 3rd, and it is about 6 o'clock p.m. at night, and then it goes all weekend long. So that is quite interesting. We always get a lot of people out to that, and that so if there's also 2 people in Guelph are welcome to come out to this fair too, that live near Wyerton. It is and all the money that you pay through the Rotary to play the Rotary games or the bingo night with Nick, every night with Nick. All that money goes back into the community, and it goes into community projects, and it goes into third world countries for clean water and that kind of stuff, and polio campaign or whatever that they got going. So again, a lot of charities in behind that one, and also too, kids can be in the bingo tent, but the kids cannot play bingo because the actual bingo game is an 18+ game, because the fact people win money. So, and that kind of thing can win money at the bingo. So, like I said, they pay for the bingo tickets. So if they win or get a bingo, there's that gambling exchange for bingo, and that kind of stuff. So that is more of an adult game. And same with the Dream Draw and the Nevada tickets. Anything else kids can play, like the birthday game and that. And then the carnies, they have their section with their rides and their games. Magical Midway. So again, like those guys will be pulling in here too. Also too, the skateboard park is almost finished. It looks like it doesn't. They started by digging out the hole, and they had to drain out the water coming in from the bay and that kind of thing underneath the ground. So again, they concreted that down and underneath, and they've put a foundation out underneath. And so anyhow, they're just doing the dirt ramps and that, and then I guess they're going to cement it over, and the skateboard park will be finished. So it's moving along quite quickly, and so pretty soon there will be a cement truck coming in to finish off the skateboard park, to put the cement over the ramp and that kind of stuff too, the dirt ramp and that kind of stuff too. So so again, it is it's just a tiny ramp. I thought they go big, humongous ramps, but no, they got these little tiny things. But yeah, so that is what's on the works for that, and I will try to take you guys live at the fair as well. And the only thing is, out of all the summers we've had the dunk tank, this is the first summer without it, and it's one of the most hottest summers too ever. This is why I said it's a shame we didn't have enough volunteers for the dunk tank. So again, this year there's no dunk tank. So again, this year, for the first year ever, there's no dunk tank. So there's not going to be the luxury of a dunk tank this year. Unless the Midway carnies have planned to bring their own in, that's up to them. But like I said, the Rotary doesn't have ours this year. We didn't get enough volunteers to go on it. And so again, we're just going to be the other games around us and that kind of stuff. It's going to be the food court is going to be up and running. Also too, there's they do make fresh coffee too, and they're not switching, guys. All events had the choice, had a big before the events, all had discussions on the big changeover, because a lot of restaurants here have now gone from Pepsi to Coca-Cola products, have switched. Dockside, I don't think is out of all the restaurants, I don't think Dockside is switching. They may in over future time, I don't know. But out of all the events that ever take place here every year, Rotary Village Fair is going to stay with Pepsi. They were offered the offer to switch from Pepsi products to Coke. It's just if they were to go from Pepsi to Coke, they're not allowed to sell both at the event. Some competition thing, I guess. I guess with Pepsi, with the Pepsi company and Coca-Cola company, they're two different companies. Again, they're in competition with each other. So if any franchise or event is selling Pepsi, they're not allowed to sell Coke. If they switch from Pepsi to Coca-Cola products, they're not allowed to sell Pepsi products. So that means anything that's Pepsi, like Gatorade, Dr. Pepper, that kind of stuff like that is a Pepsi advertisement, more Pepsi products than anything. They're not allowed to sell on top of Coca-Cola products. So if they were to switch, then they would have to only sell Coca-Cola, Canada Dry, Ginger Ale, whatever Coca-Cola publishes, and soda pops. So again, like I said, so I'm so grateful. My wife even asked the same thing. That was shocked because she thought Rotary Village Fair was going to do what Canada Day did, was switch to Coca-Cola, went from Pepsi to Coca-Cola. So which they do have the right to do that if they wish to, but they're choosing not to. The Rotary Village Fair is actually choosing to stay with Pepsi. So. And that kind of stuff too. So that is really, 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 really good. So again, there's a lot of so even though that Coke is the highest seller, it's because the fair sells Pepsi. They are not allowed to sell Coke at the fair. Because it is Pepsi. So products. So if they stay with Pepsi products, they cannot bring in a case of Coke and sell in amongst Pepsi. They can't do that. There is some legal law in place amongst the Pepsi company and Coca-Cola company in when it comes down to venues or franchises or events. Or whoever caters those events, or whoever the paid caterer is. All I do know is that Rotary Village Fair is always paid catered by Pepsi. So, like I said, some are Coca-Cola. So again, Canada Day was Optimist Club. Canada Day was Pepsi, but they changed to paying catering to Coca-Cola. So they dropped Pepsi. So again, they had to sell Coca-Cola. They went and sold Coca-Cola products. So when they do their bar thing and everything else like that too. So that is. If by any chance, if Optimist is still doing Canada Day next year, people are trying to pressure them into also selling coffee, not just for breakfast, but at the main event, even if they got it going all night long somewhere, to get a coffee license on top of the bar license. Yes, the bartenders don't like it, but well, too bad. If you've got people that are going to the bar, like I'm talking about back at Canada Day, if for July the 1st, if you guys got a liquor license, yes, you're filling the public up with alcohol because you're buying alcohol. You have to have a hot substance drink to be selling. Because not everybody drinks alcohol, but also too on top of that, plus the people that are drinking alcohol, if you want to keep them at the event longer, and you're filling them up with alcohol so they don't get over drunk too quickly, and that you need to sell coffee. Even if it's hot chocolate, coffee, through the night tea, whatever, something that's going to sober them up halfway through the event. because as much as you're having a good time and they're getting over abbreviated with alcohol, but yet you're not selling any hot drink to sober them up with. It is technically technically they're putting themselves at fault, or at liability responsibility. So so again, and that, so I mean, the again, they cannot, if they're going to load these people up with alcohol at an event, that is great, but they have to actually allow coffee to be sold or to be served, one of the two. If they don't want to sell it, then they have to make sure that there is a free pot of coffee there, so people that are drinking can sober up in between, have coffee in between while they're drinking. So that way they can last the night longer, and then after, instead of having to put up with the harassment, they're getting their asses kicked out. So again, that there's some other type of alternative, so that way they can stay and enjoy the event. So that way their night doesn't get ruined, and somebody doesn't end, the bartenders don't end up with a big liability, because that technically is the bartender's fault, because the bartenders will not allow people to serve coffee, or allow coffee to be sold, because they're bitching because it takes money away from the bar. But yes, there's a point in that too, but also too, that is also violating. I found it is also a violation of the law. So I mean, they gotta have some other type of offer. They have to have on top of, yes, they do sell regular pop, but they also have to have some type of hot supplement drink offer to sober people up, because pop doesn't sober people up. I hate to tell you that, guys. If somebody's drinking and you think a can of pop or Pepsi, or you think a can of Coke or root beer is going to sober anybody up, no, it is not. Because the drug inside the pop, and with whatever's in, what kind of acid or drug that's in the pop, caffeine, whatever, is going to counteract with the alcohol and make things worse. What they need to do is, yes, coffee has caffeine in it as well, but at least the coffee is more hot substance. The coffee actually sobers you up quicker, or tea will. The hot drinks, or something like a hot chocolate, or or like coffee. Coffee is known to sober you up a lot quicker than what a cold surface Coca-Cola that's got every single drug in it, or Pepsi that's got all these different type of shit in it that is going to mix and counteract with the alcohol. Where the caffeine in the coffee itself does a bit, but not as bad as it does in a bottle of pop, or it does with Pepsi or something like that. At least a hot drink or whatever like that, like a hot chocolate or a tea, or serving tea or hot chocolate or coffee station will sober somebody up a lot quicker. There's just it is just the steam moisture itself that clears your system. It's everyday science. Everyday science. I never did like how Canada Day is always how it's always been unorganized, and how it's always set up stupidly. Nobody ever, like I said, I've always had issues with it since day one. I love my country, yes, that I'm born and raised in, that I grew up in, and I love Canada Day, but I don't like how that particular club runs Canada Day. I just don't. I think it is more of a disgrace. I think they're more of a disgrace behind it than anything. I have my strong feelings on all that, or just my opinions on all that. But like I said, if it had been another service club running it, then I think it'd probably run a lot better, and more of a professional level than anything. At a higher professional level. But so I just wanted to pinpoint on that one, and that kind of stuff too. So, so I'm so glad that this year's Canada Day is all over with. but like I said, so this time around, for the August 3rd Civic Holiday weekend is Rotary, which is Village Fair. I love Rotary. I have to grant, I love Rotary way better than I do Optimist. Because Rotary, they do things at a very professional level. And like I said, in other areas, Rotary does do Canada Day, but this district doesn't. Southampton does, but this district does not do Wiarton Canada Day for some reason. But again, it's I personally would rather see Rotary do Canada than I'd take on I'd rather see the Rotary flag or see a blue Rotary flag overtake Canada Day here any day. This is what I said, or Lions Club at least. Because I know they'd run it a lot better and they run it a lot professionaler. And I know even if they're running the bar, they will have coffee for sale to sober people up with halfway through the evening. And they'll do stuff at a very professional level, and they'll run it a lot higher and better. This is what I mean. Like I know Barrie is for Canada Day. Barrie and Southampton and all. Tobermory, Saul Beach is all Rotary. Southampton district. But Wiarton it's Rotary doesn't get into Canada Day, which I think kind of sucks because they probably do a better job at Canada Day than what Optimist has been doing. I can personally say that. I've seen Optimus run Canada Day, and I'm sorry. There's a couple times I've actually had to puke. The way this town's got that organized. Even if the township is running Canada Day, the Chambers of Commerce or our mayor or our city council people would run Canada Day a hell of a lot better than I've seen it ever ran. Than the way Optimist ever. They couldn't even run it. Optimist couldn't even run a shoe out of a paper bag if you let them. I can honestly say that. But like I said, that's why I said places like the Chambers of Commerce or Rotary or Lions Club would be a better fit for running something like that than anything. I personally think, and probably do a way better job. And I'm putting our mayor on a high pedestal because she deserves that much. Like she does a lot of hard work, everything else like that, and she should never ever be disrespected in any way. She does a lot for our community and everything else like that. But yeah. So again, like I said, and I'm one to talk. I'm an Optimist member myself, but I'm actually changing courses. I'm thinking about changing over to another service club. So, and that kind of stuff. So over time, you're gonna see me actually slip out of the Optimist and actually go a different direction. A lot of us are starting to do that. So we're going to the stronger and better service clubs. Only thing I can honestly say the only thing that I do, that only thing basically for Canada Day here, and with July the 1st, besides Optimist screwing everything up. The strongest addition I have to say to Canada Day is our McLaren's pipe band. I have to say they always do a great job. Right now, they're the only ones that keep the thing strong and going. They're the main addition. Them and the Legion. Like I said, those two clubs there, our veterans clubs, or the McLaren and the McLaren's pipe band, are the only two that has actually keeping Canada Day itself as strong as it is by them just marching into the beer tent when they do and parading in. The parade procession is the only thing that keeps it quite strong. Other than that, if Canada Day didn't have the McLaren's pipe band or the parade procession into the beer tent, I think technically or Midnight Blue, those are the only ones right now that's keeping it strong. Other than that, I think it'd probably fall flat on its face big time, or Optimus would fall flat on its face with it. I can honestly see that. Because right now, if it wasn't for our Midnight Blue rodeo band, Dave Nixon and his guys, and the McLaren's pipe band, and Bill Walker and his parade procession, and City Council's parade procession into the beer tent, other than that, the thing would fall totally on its face. Those are the only departments I give credit to, because those are the only. And the Legion, because those are the only ones right now that keeps it as strong as it is. Because without them, we wouldn't have a Canada Day festival. We wouldn't. It would go flat. It'll go downhill flat right on its face. Because of the main big attraction to it. Because that's all people go to Canada Day for. That's the only reason why they come out. Again, they other than that, they don't want nothing to do with it. They only come out for those things. They only come out for the Midnight Blue band, Midnight Blue rodeo band, and they only come out for the McLaren's pipe band, the fireworks. That is it. And the booze. Other than that, they don't give two shits about it. Again, like I said, they don't. It would not dialogue. I mean, you wouldn't get nobody out to it. Even though that, like I said, even though the Rotary Village Fair itself coming up on August the 3rd is not liquor licensed, it is a stronger group. Rotary is a stronger group, but they always manage to get people out because their big attraction is the bingo and the Nevada tickets and that kind of stuff too, and the Midway carnies. So they've got. They've got the what you call the magical tricks of the trade, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, but now you see why. Like it gets so boring. Like I mean, I work like I said, or my opinion, working Canada Day for Optimist. Even though yes, Optimist is a good group itself as well. But again, there's a lot of it's going downhill, and that kind of thing. It's dying out. It has in other places, but like I said, you're just disorganized and a lot of stuff. They did again. The barbecue has been, like I said, the barbecue is no longer Optimist. No longer does the barbecue July the 1st. It is the restaurants do it now. Now it's cool to see there's a fry truck coming in. And that kind of thing. And the fish fry, Optimus really doesn't do the fish fry either. That is more Freemason than anything. I was grateful to help the Freemason guy out that does the fish fry, and that kind of stuff too. And but again, like I said, a lot of that's winding down because there's not much really I can do for them every Canada Day because, like I said, between the setup and everything else like that, and the rest of the night is all Smart Serve liquor license. I do not have a Smart Serve license to work a bar, so I can only go to certain areas till 6 o'clock, or help out at children's activity from like usually July the 1st, like on July the 1st from 11 till like I did this year, from 11 to 4 or whatever on July, always every July 1st, and that kind of stuff. So again, like I said, that is that there until 4, and then I was lucky I got asked to help out the fish fry at 6, and that's all basically I can do, and then I have to go off the rest of the night because the bar takes over for the rest of the night, and there's nothing more to do until teardown. So like I said, so again, then I have to sign right off. So I get to actually sit back and enjoy the music and actually uh, have a break because that's the only time I get my breaks. Um, but yeah, um, so that's what I said. I love Rotary better because there's more work for me to do. Volunteer work with like with the Rotary end of things. There is more volunteer work for me to do with Rotary than there is with Optimist. I have to honestly say that because Rotary, when we have the fair August the 3rd, even though a good thing is not liquor licensed. Um, I feel sorry for them if they ever do become liquor licensed. Um, but um, I won't put that idea in their head. But again, like I said, there's more work for Rotary to be done, more or less than anything. So again, Rotary has got more options for volunteer work. So this is why I'm making the changeover, is because Rotary there's more to do. Um, there's more volunteer options than anything, because there's Maple Magic, there's Rotary Village Fair, there's Amazing Race, there's Trivia Night. Again, they're part of Lions Acapulco Night too, Wyerton Willie Weekend. So again, there's a lot of building projects, volunteer building projects that the Rotary does do that a lot of the community don't see. Even if it is repainting a building or whatever, public building in a park that they built, or objects or stuff they fundraised to build. Um, the Grey Bruce Trail. Rotary built that. The old train station. Like, let's say if the old train station decides it needs a paint job, and they call up some volunteers and say, "Hey, Rotary says we need some volunteers down at Blue Water Park to paint up the old train station." I'm for that. I jump in on that wagon, no problem, anytime. Because Rotary International is actually put that park there. So again, it is a whole historical thing, and that kind of stuff. Same with the big boardwalk. It was Rotary to put that in there, where the old railroad tracks were. So again, like I said, so again, Rotary. With Rotary International, there's more options for volunteer work than anything. And then that has more options, more offers. Yes, I'm going to get the constipational faces from Optimist people all the time. I'm used to it on Facebook. Why not see it live in public? Come on. Well, that's just too bad. It's not my fault that Optimist has dropped every single little event. Because like they had a good event going. They had the fancy tea going. They did away with it. They purposely did away with it. They destroyed that option, volunteer option for people. They took that away on their own free accordance, on their own free will, and they're now bitching down the fashion show. They're bitching down everything. Now I hear some of the members are trying to bitch out Canada Day. This is what I said. When they do stuff like that behind the members' backs, it's taking volunteer options away from people. And then they wonder why they're not getting any volunteers and the members ain't doing anything, is because every time everything comes to the table, Optimist does away with everything. Or slowly they get so far into it, and then they get pissed off, they get sick of it, they don't want to do it anymore. They drop it like a wet paper bag. What I love about Rotary is they don't do that. Rotary is always open to new ideas. Like I said, I'm only friends with Rotary, so I can't vote in Rotary, but I can give suggestions and ideas. But I've noticed with any suggestions I've given to Mike, or I've given to Mike Mason, or given to any of those Rotary guys, they're always for it. They're always for new stuff. If you sat down with the Rotary guys, they're really easygoing guys to go with. Like if you wanted to see a Comic-Con convention come into Wyerton or whatever, you get talking to those guys. If those guys can vote it across their floor, and is for it, and they figure they're going to get enough young people out to it to hire the Comic-Con book convention people. Then Rotary, Rotary will actually make an effort to make it happen. I sat down, what was it, last year? I gave ideas to John Close. He's one of our retired mayors. Really nice guy to talk to. And we were sitting down, and we were talking, and I told him I took my wife to a live Monday Night Raw match in Peterborough. And I said, then when these guys go on tour and that kind of thing. And I said, if you really did a fundraiser to bring these guys into town, I said, yeah, you'd have to sell tickets for it. But you bring these guys into town, be surprised how many people you guys are going to bring out to that event if you sponsor that kind of event. And I noticed there is a lot of wrestlers that are for Rotary, like John Cena, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. All those guys love Rotary. They're all on Yay Hango, with the Rotary campaign and polio and that kind of stuff too. And I said to John, yeah, bring those guys into town. I said, those are the best things to ever do. I said, the public is going to love you for life. I said, because there's a lot of wrestling fans out there. I said, if you guys can make it possible or happen, or sit down and discuss it, kind of go through proper channels or your executive or whatever, and have, bring in the wrestling night, that kind of thing, bring these guys into town, and when they're on tour or whatever, book them and bring them into town. Even if they set up at Blue Water Park, even if the arena is not big enough, yes, we do have a hockey arena, but we don't know how many people it is actually going to hold in that arena. Like, it holds a fair bad people. But if it was a summertime event, nice time, it may be a nice Blue Water Park event. You can set the ring up right down where the carnival sets up. Right there, there's hydro, everything in there. That includes the rental of the park. So, like that section there, you could get you could have the WE set up right there in Blue Water Park. Same section that they set the carnival up in. That is really, those are really good goals to look at for future, and it brings in money into the community. Especially summertime's a good time for that because we've got all the tourists out here. We gotta, like I said, we gotta entertain. We gotta entertain our vacationers somehow to keep them coming. Because we cannot not afford to lose our tourist industry. We cannot afford to lose our vacationers. We came close a couple times of losing our vacationers and tourists because of this, because of the smoking bylaw that came into effect. So far, we honestly came close. Wyerton actually came close a couple times of losing our tourists because of that smoking law. And that kind of stuff that kind of drawing them away. But again, we're just barely keeping them here coming because there's other places they could actually go if they wanted to. There's other places, other directions they could really go. I mean, it is. I'm surprised Sawmill Beach is even keeping them coming to Sawmill Beach because they can go as far as Saga Beach, or they can go other directions. They can go off, they could go further south, whatever. They really wanted to, so like I said, tourists, travelers will go out of their way for miles or whatever. So that's what I said, guys. We got to do stuff, Again, I gave Optimus these ideas. They wouldn't go for it. They shot it right down off the table big time. But they don't realize they don't really look at it being for the community. They don't see it as being for the tourist anyways, at least. Because like I said, when we got vacationers here, somebody's got to entertain these people. When they come here, they want to be entertained. They come here to see if stuff is going on, so there's stuff for their kids to do, instead of having to be sitting in their trailers like a bunch of old rumps and doing nothing. Like they don't go on vacation for nothing. They spend all that money to come all this way for nothing, and come all the way into a community where there's nothing going on and there's nothing for their kids to freaking do. It is just wasting their time, traveling time, and money. this is what I mean. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. We really need to, as a community, we really got to come together and start putting our heads together and start thinking of things for them that we're going to bring them, that is going to keep them occupied and keep them coming, and at least there's something here for them to keep coming to. So something that, like, in the summertime, book up the summertime or whatever, fill it up, schedule it up or whatever, with some new ideas. Again, like I said, yes, these ideas can be shot down at any point in time, but I hope they don't. But again, they are good ideas to take in consideration, or kind of at least write them down at least, or talk about or discuss with and that kind of stuff, to see if this is what everybody's up and wants to see. But it is those are cool ideas to keep the vacationers coming. I know there's local grumps like my in-laws that don't like vacations, don't like tourists, because she hates the traffic, and she likes to swear and curse at the drivers. But beside that point, as a community, we have to have stuff that's going to draw them in. That is going to, you're going to occupy them at least. That they have something to go home and talk about, on how much of a good time we see, how on how good of a place this is to vacation in, or destiny to vacation in. So, and like that, especially like something like also to like the wrestling, they got followers that come up from the States, everything. So the wrestlers do. They probably have a fan bus that follows the wrestlers around. I know they do that when they go into the big cities like Toronto, Peterborough. They come in, the wrestlers come in, and they have the meet and greet. And after you buy your tickets, they have a big meet and greet inside. Sometimes they have a big meet and greet outside with the wrestlers and that kind of thing, with celebrities, superstars. And then they're followed by a fan bus. So again, there's money, there's good money paying tourists right there, travelers. So like I said, it keeps everybody in business, and it keeps everybody working. So, and definitely it keeps all the Tim Hortons people working too. So again, and that kind of stuff too. So, those are just some ideas to think about on if you really want to upgrade the place to a higher level. Those are some good ideas. You don't have to go for those ideas. You can shoot them down all you like, because I know it is going to be shot down. Never fails at first. But again, there's just some ideas there you think about. But it was an idea I did leave with Rotary last 2 years, with John Close from Rotary last year. And that to kind of think over. But again, like I said, it is just thinking of, of keeping the place afloat and bringing the vacations coming, because that's what it's all about, is bringing new people into our community, bringing new people into town, bringing new tourists in, bringing more younger people out of the closet than anything. Bringing stuff to them that they like. Should not always be about the seniors or what they like. We got to more focus on the younger generation, is because the younger generation is getting left out of everything. It is the younger generation is getting shut out. It seems like the younger generation, they come travel with their families on vacation. They're sitting in their trailers playing Nintendo or whatever, like they do, like they can do at home on an everyday basis. There's nothing that really attracts them to this place, except for Wyatt and Willie. He's the only thing, or the fair when it comes into town. Canada Day seems to be, yes, as much as it is they have children's events too. But the thing is, with that, a lot of the vacationers that come, they've got older teenagers, again, there's more little kid stuff than anything. There's nothing for older teenagers to do. Well, they're working on the skateboard park. That's great, but other than that, there's no big fancier. No, nothing big like wrestling or something like for for the older teenagers that come here on vacation. Stuff that they're going to enjoy. More more for the like the little brothers and sisters or whatever, 5-year-old brothers and sisters, 9-year-old brothers and sisters, more or less the little kiddie stuff. But again, they don't bring in anything like some of the other stuff the other older teenagers are going to enjoy. Like the young adults are going to enjoy, like Comic-Con book conventions, that kind of stuff. Start bringing, work on, some of those ideas, doing a fundraiser to pay the actual professional Comic-Coners to come in, like the professional Ghostbuster Comic-Con convention people in Toronto or whatever, or have that kind of thing going in the summer, that kind of thing, that's up the arena or whatever. Stuff that's going to bring the younger generation in, or bring amongst the tourists, if they've got young adults or young teenagers or whatever, they may be into comic books or whatever. And even there's a lot of adults that love comic books. Probably a lot of seniors too that still love the old He-Man comic books and that kind of stuff too. I'm sure they would love to go to a Comic-Con convention if we were to ever bring one and actually meet the actual actors behind the those comic book characters if they're still around and that kind of stuff. So like I said, that is those are just ideas. Shoot them down all you like, because I know it's wired and I get shot down anyways. But at least I'm only giving a suggestion to help and better the community more or less, and make it more active. Try to help. I'm just trying to help suggest to make it more active than anything, than the way it is. Kind of add to it over time, so that way it draws people. So it draws people coming here, like amongst tourists or whatever. So there's something for everybody here. So they're doing that kind of stuff. We're just going to turn out to be another Terrytown, Sleepy Hollow, ghost town. We don't want to go down that road. Yeah, we have our historical buildings and everything else like that, but we don't want to become another like Hudson Bay River, another Sleepy Hollow town, that everybody makes ghost legends about and that kind of thing, and is forgotten about, no longer disappears out of existence. So again, like I said, it's and other than that, like Groundhog Day only comes once a year too. So that is February 2nd. But mostly wintertime, I can understand there's nothing going on. It's too cold, too snow. Snow is bad, that kind of stuff like that. But the summertime, at least, like guys, I'm just making a suggestion that maybe summertime we add try to add more to the summertime to bring more people out. Than what we already have, because in summertime we only have like 3 or 4 things that go on around here. Car show, Canada Day, farmers market, all stuff for seniors, or little kids. Sunday fun day. That's about it. Canada Day and the Rotary Village Fair. Poof. Then nothing else for the rest of the summer. She dies down in the middle of summer. This is not good. I'm just suggesting kind of fill up the whole entire summer at least. So it keeps the tourists keep coming up until, up until the actual winter falls. So again, like I said, that until the tourist season is actually over. Then there's even a fall fair. I puke at that one. I love the Rotary Village Fair that's coming up August the 3rd to the 6th every year. Civic holiday weekend that I look forward to, because at least it's got rides and it's more active. The fall fair, guys, is not as active, because all it is, everybody's looking at farm tools and farm animals. Wow, whoopee. Who wants to see a horse in a barn take a dump? I sure hell don't. But that is fall fair. But like I said, yeah, it's got the corn booth and everything else like that. But like I said, it doesn't have the rides. It doesn't have a midway. It's not a midway. It is not a midway bring-in service like you do in Rotary Village Fair. I mean, it is make these things more enjoyable if we can. Again, they're just suggestions. Um, and like even bring we, as much as we do have we do have Masonic Lodge here. We still have a few Masonaries around. We still have a few Shriners. Bring the Shriner Circus into Wiarton. I'm sure they can set up at Blue Water Park. They probably there or something like that. They're at mainly Blue Water Park or whatever. That one section where Carnival sets up. At least they can put up their big top tent. And that kind of stuff in there, and those are some wonderful ideas, guys, to really bring this place up in the summertime, because I know they go everywhere else. I don't know if they're still called the Shriner Circus or not. I know my grandfather used to be the ringleader of Shriner Circus for years when he was alive, when I was a little kid. He died of a heart attack when I was younger. Before I came in my teenage years, but he was a really, really nice man. World War II vet, everything else like that. But he was in the Freemasons. He was in all that. But yeah, and like I said, I always enjoy it. Those guys were always at Bundles of Laugh. That kind of stuff. So again, those are just ideas. So you guys can accept, shoot them down, whatever you want. But again, I'm just giving helping suggestions because that's all I can do. I can't vote on any of this, but I can only give suggestions on how it's going to better the community and that kind of stuff like that, and how it's going to bring the tourist industry up big time, because people come from all over to see that kind of thing. That kind of stuff. And if it is a budget issue, if it is a money issue. Since they do fundraise for a lot of stuff around here, get in on the fundraising wagon, people. Get more and more volunteers out and helping out with the fundraising end of it to make it happen. Get more and more local people out. Try to get more and more local people into the volunteer industry than what we have to help make it happen. To help fundraise for these kind of things, so that way so it can make it possible. That's what I said. Because if you want to make it happen bad enough, get a good committee together to do the fundraising, to do it all. If it is something that the community approves to do. But again, like I said, those are just suggestions. Because, like I said, I love volunteering for Rotary and that kind of thing. Even Rotary, if they were to put a committee together or pass it through the Rotary International Executive or membership to take on a project like that, to do that kind of fundraising, to bring you these kind of summer festivities or not more than what we already have. To keep the tourist people coming. Mike Mason's probably saying, "Don't curse it." Shut your mouth. But yeah, so again, yeah. So like I said, that's those are suggestions. By the way, I do know my mother-in-law is kind of kick me in the ass for even suggesting these kind of suggestions, making these kind of suggestions or whatever. Because she don't like tourists. She hates them. She hates them because she thinks they invade the town and they take over everything. But it's basically what keeps them coming, guys. If you want a very strong tourist industry to keep them coming, this is the kind of thing that brings them out. Even the big cities that has a big tourist attraction, these are type of things that bring them out of the woodwork. They bring them out of the woods. They bring them out of the closets. Do what Peterborough, for an example, does free concerts every night of the week. Well, I can't say every night of the week. Yeah, every in the summertime, all summer long, they have concerts called. They have a waterfront concert. That's another thing, guys. That'd be good for Wyerton if they ever wanted to start picking up on that idea too. Is on Georgian Bay here at Blue Water Park is concerts every all summer long, like a concert festival going on with different musicians, different bringing in different musicians, different bands like country bands, or bringing in different artists, rock and roll, rap, whatever stuff the young people like. Like Peterborough, Ontario has been doing for years. They have a committee. They do fundraising. They have a committee called the Festival of Lights, and where they sell T-shirts, CD albums, and they go from 7 at night until probably 10 or 11, and they end the night with fireworks, and they do it all summer long. And it's a waterfront festival all summer long, and that draws the whole community together. And I mean the whole entire community, like the whole city of Peterborough meets at the waterfront, and they got free concerts going on, everything else like that. You can meet the artists and that kind of stuff, and everybody and their dog is at it. And all the boaters come into the boat loft and everything else like that. So, like I said, it kind of draws people from all over. Like 1 year they had David Cassidy, they had a couple country artists, they had a couple of military brass bands, they had a tribute to Queens, the tribute to Beatle Media, Kokomo Beach Band. They had all these. They had an Elvis Presley impersonator. They had Billy Cann, which is an Elvis Presley again, a Billy Cann impersonator. Billy Cann is an Elvis Presley impersonator and a Roy Orbison impersonator. They had all these different celebrities and licensed celebrities. They had John McDermott come. They had all these guys. They booked them all these guys, and they did fundraisers to bring them all in. And also at the waterfront festivals, they had food trailers out there. They had food trucks, vendors out there. They had ice cream vendors out there with their bikes. I remember driving for Dickey Ice Cream and Nestle's. I was sitting at these. That's when the ice cream prices go up from $1.50 a bar to $5 a ice cream bar. So again, and they had the information center open, and they had every single service club too. They had every single service club helping out on the project. Every service club in the community was there helping out. Walking around promoting the group, and also selling glow sticks at those things. And it wouldn't want people bring their lawn chairs, and they sit on the royal rumps and they watch these bands and everything else like that. And they enjoy the free concerts they have. But meanwhile, there's the city has their big committees that actually put it all together, and they do big fundraisers to cover the cost to bring these bands and everybody in. Sometimes it's local bands, sometimes it's international bands. From other areas or worldwide or whatever. So again, there was a big cool lineup of festivity nights, of entertainment, and that a lot of communities love doing it. And it brought a lot of people out, and they were sponsored by different local businesses and everything else like that. So with the businesses, had the food trailers. I hope it wasn't blocked. Had the food trailers out. They had their ice cream trucks out. Everything. So again, the pancake or funnel cake, waffle cake, whatever they call wagon out. Gypsy wagons were all out. Face painters were out. Again, they had one big clown festival. Every Canada Day, they used to do a big, huge downtown parade. They always do a downtown parade. They actually have a committee together that actually pays for parade permit, and they do a whole downtown parade, and involves every service club, floats, everything, and it goes right down to the park and right into the park, and which starts up at the city hall and that kind of stuff like that. All the other areas do that, and they do a big downtown Main Street parade and that kind of thing into the park, and then they have the big festivals, and they have the multi. They have all the vendors, and then they have a multicultural food tables selling multicultural Chinese food, Asian foods, East Indian foods, everything. Everything from Scottish, Highland dancing, Highland country dancing, Irish dance, folk dancing, folk music. I remember the city I grew up in, they had this clown guy. He used to get up. Well, he never wore clown makeup, but I used to call him clown. He's the only nice guy, Hank Fisher. He has a band called Hank and the Honkers, and he makes all his instruments out of washing machine parts, kitchen sinks, everything. He ripped his own entire kitchen sink apart to make instruments out of it. A coal miner's helmet, a bank bell, the old bank bell, the washboard. He made instruments out of them. So he's really cool entertainer. He is really good. If Wyden ever wants to get him, he is very good. He's very reasonable. He will travel. He is out of Peterborough, Ontario. He has a band called Hank and the Honkers. They call him Washboard Hank, and he's really funny because all his instruments, the kids love him. All his instruments are are ripped out old washing machine parts, old kitchen sink, bathroom sinks parts, everything. The guy's a cool guy, but he's also can be a bit of a cake with the instruments because he's all homemade instruments. He's not store-bought instruments. All his stuff is all homemade from the old washboard. Out of the old washboard buckets, the washboards, and the guy's very, very talented, very funny too, and that kind of stuff. So he's Hank Fisher. He's a really funny guy. If he's still around in the Peterborough area, I know he's really reasonable. You got to call down there to get him to book him. He's also on Facebook too, guys. By the way, just punch in Washboard Hank and the Honkers. So you'll get him, Hank Fisher. I've known him since I was a little kid. He's a funny guy. He does travel, by the way, guys. So he's even when he's local down there, he does travel to other cities, other communities. He is really funny. Again, like I said, but those are the type guys. Those are the big type of musician guys you want to get, because those are the guys bring the tourist guys, bring the tourists in too. It is really cool because they will draw a big crowd. Which is basically is the main idea of it all. But again, those are just suggestions, by the way. You guys don't have to go for those suggestions. But yeah, so again, like I said, those are really, really, really cool. But yeah. But yeah, so again, I just giving some suggestions there to kind of help bring everything up, and so anyhow, we'll get on with the social. So again, Wyerton here, Rotary Village Fair coming up August 3rd to the 6th. I am helping out on garbage cleanup afterwards as well, changing garbage bags over the weekend for the next day and that kind of thing. So, so I hope everybody is enjoying these sessions. So again, like I said, we're going to get back into some kind of October the 6th is going to be pre-recorded on YouTube, which is going to be another lip sync, guys. The challenge part is over, but it's just going to be regular lip sync. Probably won't be as comical as it was, maybe a bit, but not as much as the other ones were with the wigs. But we'll put that together, and that'll be October 6th. On my 38th birthday, kind of party bash or whatever for that. And so again, like I said, so I got my lawn chair ready. Probably also be everybody gonna pile in. I know everybody's gonna pile into the birthday game this year. They always do every year. So again, there's the ring toss. There's the Looney ring toss. There's the Crown of Anchor. There's the Rotary display booth, Hammer Slammer, the food court. There's going to be 7 o'clock every night at the fair, guys. Bingo with Bingo Nick. Yeah, he's got a nickname now. We call him Bingo Nick. With Nick Torres. I can't pronounce his last name. But yeah, so again, I guess they'll be selling the early bird bingo tickets for the early birds that get there early. Before the prices, you get them for a loony before the prices go up. A chance to win money at that, guys. You actually do get a chance to when you buy your bingo tickets. You have lots of chances when you're playing bingo. If you get a bingo, you do win money. That's why it's 18 plus game. So again, it is under Casino Gaming Commission. So that's why kids can't play the bingo. They can be in the bingo tent, but they just can't play the bingo cards. Is because it is a big lottery giveaway. So again, same with Dream Draw and Nevadas are 18 plus, but everything else is usually kids can go around and play. The birthday game, and then also too they can win toys at the birthday game. They can win. Kids can win toys at the birthday game. They always clean this out every year. Also to the Midway people, the Midway carnies are going to have their trailers pulled in, and they got games, rides, everything. They'll be set up, and so it's going to be a wonderful weekend, guys. Also, there's the corn booth and spud booth. We lost for some reason. We lost the homemade lemonade tea stand. They didn't stay that many years. They came when the first year I started helping out with the Rotary Village Fair. They were there the first 2 years. After that, they stopped coming. The Slushy Lady only comes out Canada Day. She's never come out Rotary Village Fair weekend. I don't know if they're ever thinking about getting her, especially the way this weather's been so hot. She has she sells the maple syrup slushies. So she rips up the ice in the slushy machine, and then she has the maple syrup that goes in the slushy machine, and she makes Canadian maple syrup slushies. The Snow Cone Lady. They all get nicknames around here. The Slushy Lady, the Snow Cone Lady, Bingo Nick. I haven't thought of any of nicknames yet for the food booth people yet. Birthday game, but with Birthday Bomb. So I mean, like I said, there's slowly all getting the all nicknames or the Dream Draw people. So the Dream Draw people. There's another good one. So again, like I said, and then you have the Nevada people selling the Nevada tickets, and then the Crown of Anchor people. So I mean, again, it is a wonderful setup at the fair every year. And then there's a Hammer Slammer lady. We're talking about Hammer Slammer. See, that's right there. Coming up with all the nicknames. It just kind of slips, but again, it is a carnival. But yeah, so we have a wonderful good time, and I will try to take you guys live then too. And so again. Again, we have a wonderful bundle. I've said that. And it's a lot of hard work, but I get through the weekend. Even when we have a big problem with fish flies, that is the worst thing. I got to go live. If we get those fish flies again this year, guys, nasty fish flies, and when they come ambushing us, that's the best time to go live, because then you can see these fish flies attack us. It never fails. They attack and they stick to everything. they're sticky, they're tacky, they're annoying. They're so thick. Like one year we had a major flood. We had a shutdown. On one day we had emergency shutdown because the weather was so bad. We had snow, hail. We had one major flood. Um, that one fair weekend, and we lost today. So again, we lost money on the one day, and so again, like I said, we had what you call a fair shutdown. We had to because we had a big flood. All the grounds, all the game booths got flooded out. Everything was one big hell of a flood, and the dunk tank blew over. The tank and the actual water, the water tank on the dunk tank itself, actually, the wind was strong enough, blew the dunk tank full of water over, and it was one big hell of a flood. So it was like a total swamp. It was like one big swamp. I tell you, we're up to our waist of water. And then also didn't help on the bay. It was the weather put the bay level over too, and the bay, we had a bit of a flood from the bay as well. So, I mean, it was nasty that year. Nasty. And then it also didn't help with the ice pellets in August. Snow ice pellets. So, I mean, like we, with the fair, we've been through a lot over the years. So again, like I said, so I hope this year with it being so dry, we don't have any problems this year. But yeah, so I wanted to throw a little bit of sense of humor in there for you, and so again, I wanted to keep you updated. Before we go live at the fair, I'm going to go live one more time in my Rotary Blues, and so anyhow, also too, we're going to try to get you live. Also on the 27th, I'm going to try to get you live during the setup as well if I can, how things are going up, and so if I can do it, considering I don't get too busy. We do get kind of busy. Probably what I'm going to do is wait till the frames at least are shut up to show you how it's coming along. That way we're not getting any people on live stream, because a lot of people don't like being videotaped or video live stream. They don't like being on anything that's a videotape. So I'm probably going to wait and to show you on how the frames are going up after the frames are already put together and that kind of stuff. So and that kind of thing. So you get a general idea of how it's starting to go up. Then there's the canvases and that kind of stuff too. So bit by bit and how it is comes together. Also to one day next week is electrical inspection. So again, like I said, there is because everything's going to be the hydro is going to be fed with extension cords. The Pepsi fridge is going to also the Pepsi fridge is coming in. So the Pepsi fridge is actually coming in one of those days too. They do have outhouses on order, but the last few years, the outhouses went the wrong way. I guess the last few years they rented the Porta Johnies, and I guess what happened was the truck driver didn't know which side of the park to deliver them to, which side was the Rotary side, so they lost the Porta Johnies, so it ended up somewhere at another carnival. They showed up to the park, but they drove around, but they didn't know where to put them. And they thought they got the wrong side, and they pulled back out. They left on the truck. They didn't take it off the truck. They didn't stop to take it off the truck. They pulled back out, and they went to the other side, to the train station, dropped them off. They put them on the wrong side of the park. So that other side of the park is all we got Porta Johnies for all summer use for the campground. But they ended up with a couple extra that was supposed to be for the fair. So that didn't help any either. So again, it's probably going to probably get all that worked out this year. So again, and just wanted to make sure that everybody's still enjoying these sessions. And hey, Nick Boss, how you doing? And So again, those are the updates, and again, I am gonna try to take you live at the fair as well when we get to the fair weekend, because we have what we call a down dead time. So again, there is a time on the fair where everything just told. 1 minute we get a big crowds of people, and then there's a part of the fair where we get that part of the fair where the after where we're halfway through the afternoon. It does totally die down till the evening. We do get that time of him, which is a good time to go live, so that way you guys can actually see actually see how the fair is progressing and that kind of stuff. So again, like I said, that is quite going to be a quite interesting weekend. On the Kids Zone Day, on the Sunday Fun Day, Kids Zone Day, there's clowns that are hired to do face painting over in the pavilion, over where the during the day, over at the bingo tent. Will be during the day on the Sunday, which is the fun zone day, where the kids get the face painted, everything else like that. And it's family half price day, which the kids ride the rides all day. They buy a family bracelet from the Carnies or what, Medway Carnies, to go on the rides and that kind of thing, and they ride the rides all day. So again, and then that night they pick back up with the ticket sales. So again, so those are some of the updates and everything else like that is coming up. And which is our next event coming up, which is the big Rotary Village Fair, which is done by Rotary International, which is different service club, and that kind of stuff. So Optimist does Canada Day on July the 1st. Rotary does the August 3rd weekend Civic Holiday Fair. So Rotary Village Fair here. So again, those are some of our updates that we have coming up. If anybody is interested, basically that's what's going on in Wyerton here. If you're close to the Wyerton area and you're making your way up to join us for the fair weekend, you're most welcome to. My end of things, my end of the helping out with the fair starts on the 27th of July, which is this week. So again, it's a busy week for me this week on top of my papers, because this week is fair setup week. So starting on the 27th. So again, like I said, that there's in between, there's a bit of a break. Then the following week is canvassing. So like I said, and then it is the electrical inspection, and then August the 3rd we go right into the big fair weekend. So this is the part of the summer that I look forward to. Is most of my busiest times. I am going full-time volunteer. So again, like I said, this is why I'm changing directions. I am going to slowly work my way into going full-time volunteer with Rotary, and I am actually going to resign Optimist. So again, I'm choosing a different direction. I'm going into I'm going to choose to do go a different volunteer route. So again, because there is more volunteer options with Rotary than there is with Optimist. Like Optimist is gone downhill so far with events. There's nothing left except just for Canada Day. But again, that is slowly fading out as well. So that's what I said. So with Rotary, there's more volunteer options than anything, because there's more stuff that Rotary is doing. Like there's more projects. Again, Rotary's got more stuff on the go. More volunteers needed for Rotary than anything. Because there's building projects that the Rotary does with public parks, national parks, the camping grounds. Rotary owns all them guys. You didn't think there was actually an owner behind those properties, even though they are public properties you can rent and park your trailer on. But yes, somebody does actually own those properties. a lot. There is service clubs that do pay for the construction of those properties, maintenance of those properties, and do own those properties. Rotary, it is more of a Rotary International and Lions Club that owns those properties. So, and that has ownership of those properties and the construction on them, that pay for the construction for the existence of these parks. Because without Rotary or Lions Club or Freemasons, guys, these parks would never exist. The luxury would never be there. That's why they exist. So somebody had to put them there. So again, a lot of Rotarians and Lionists have put them there. So have actually did fundraisers and paid money and built those parks, and so that way they can be enjoyable for the public. So a lot of people didn't. If you really look at the symbolizations on the park, and next time you guys go to a public anywhere, if you guys go to a public park and you really look at the billboard, look at the billboard on the year the park was built, and right beside it there will be a plaque. It'll either say Lions Club or it'll say Rotary beside it. Whatever service club put it there. Whatever, if it's Freemason or Rotary or Lions or Knights of Columbus or Loyal Orange Order, Masonic Lodge put it there, their symbol will be right there on that park plaque. So on the year it was built and how long it's been there for, and who built it. So whatever service club actually built it, their symbol will be embroidered and engraved and plaqued, stamped on that park property. So public park property. So like the same campgrounds and that. You really look. So if anything, it is either Freemason symbol on there, or it is Lions Club, or it is Rotary. And that kind of stuff. The odd places it's Optimist, but majority of it all has always been Lions or Rotary or Kiwanis. So Freemasons or Knights of Columbus or somebody put it there. Nobody twitched their nose like Samantha, and poof, out it pops. Or was pulled out of a handbag like Mary Poppins. I wish life was like that all the time, but no. Some of these, as I said, these service clubs would have done over the years, over generations or decades or historical times, would have actually paid to build it there to begin with. Same with the old train stations. Now, if you look at Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, with the Peterborough Zoo, the train that is built in the Riverside Park, which is the Peterborough Park and Zoo. They have a little kids train that goes around the park, and you buy tickets for you board it. It goes through the tunnels and that kind of thing. You buy the water plantation, cross the water plantation bridge and that kind of stuff too, and hydro plant. Through the gates, it's a train. It's a summer train. It's a kids' fun train. And you sit on, you go for a ride. Even the adults love riding on it. Guys, that was actually put in by Rotary International. Rotary owns that train. Has built that park and zoo, and also Rotary has actually put the little kids' train in there too. So that's what I said. Rotary's got their hands in the pie all the time. Compared to the other people. The other people don't do much. The other people just look like, the other service clubs just look like they're doing stuff, but really they're not. And everything all boils down, when it comes down to the actual building end of things, it is always Rotary that ends up taking the credit for it. It's always Rotary or Lions Club or Freemasons that's going out of their way to build it, or putting the money out to build the thing, or hiring the construction people. And that kind of stuff too. So in the long run, in the end, guys, it's always boils down to Freemasons and Rotary. What was that? I have no idea what that was. That scared the hell right out of me. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was a bird or what was it. I know. I can. No, it's not my cat Trey. He's in the other room. Man, oh man, sheepers! I gotta go back and watch this video, man. This is the first time this has even happened to me. That's the first time I've seen that. I'm sitting here, having a good social, and then something flutters across my screen. I like we said, the garden was not that far away. It was awfully big fly. I'll tell you that now. Man, I don't know if it was an owl, bird, whatever. Something with wings. Wait. Did you guys see that again? Right there. What is that? Seriously. There's nothing in front. Man, guys, I do apologize. Whatever it is, there's nothing in here. Definitely, there's something flying across my screen, and there's nothing in here. At time, man. This is freaking me out big time. So anyhow, we're gonna cut short. I guess I'm gonna end this video because this thing's gonna keep going across my screen. It is never gonna fail. It is not my curtain. Something flying in this room scaring the hell right out of me. Or there's got to be something spiritually in this room, guys. So again, I'm gonna cut this stream short. What is that? There is. You guys see that? You guys see that walking across? There is definitely something in here. I'm gonna cut this stream short. I will try to come on tonight, considering there's no disruptions, guys. I'm gonna have this. Actually, I'm gonna have this checked out because there's something weird in here. It is totally, or there's something behind me. There's somebody in this room. There's a shadow, dark movement, whatever. There's a spiritual movement going on right now, an apparition going on right about now, and it's not even Hunter's cabin. It ain't Hunter's cabin. Like I said, we done those shows, but again, sessions. So again, like I said, I got definitely there's something freaking me the hell out. But thank you for tuning in. This is Jokers on Duty. I know we have magic shows, but I'm telling you, this is one hell of a good magic trick. No magician can actually pull this off. This is freaking me the hell out too. There's one illusion freaking me out. And like I said, guys, I hope you guys have a great night. And thank you for tuning in. This is your Jokers on Duty. Have a great night, guys. Bye.